Balam indriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahmo Upanishadam. My limbs, my speech, my vital force, eyes, ears, also strengthen all the organs. That is the prayer. Because that well developed, these are my limbs, my body, I can understand what is Brahman. So Upanishadam. Maham Brahma Nirakuryam. May I not deny Brahman. Mama Brahma Nirakarot. May not Brahman deny me. Anirakarnamastu. Karanam me astu tadatmani nirateya upanishatsu dharmaste mai santu te mai santu. May I not deny Brahman. I should not deny, if I can say, God. We should not say there is no God. May the Brahman deny me. Of course, the God conception and the Brahman are very different. But even then they say, let the Brahman, that consciousness, should not deny me. And then, may neither Brahman nor me deny each other. May all the virtues mentioned in the Upanishad manifest in me, who am trying sincerely to realize Brahman. Now this is a prayer. Prayer to whom? Because in the Advaita Vedanta, you cannot have anyone before you to pray. Because you are the subject. There is no other things. You are subject, you are object, you are everything. Very, very difficult. Only a handful can understand this. But it is the ultimate truth. If we say that there is God, that means there is an object. And when I can say that there is a God, God has two hands, two legs, these, that means I can describe God. Most of the time we describe God. He is so wonderful, so good looking, so this is the dress and all these things. That means I can explain those. The moment I can explain, it comes limited, with the limitation of time, space and causation. This is the time I saw God, and because of this cause I was meditating, I saw God, and this is the way. The moment you describe God, that becomes limited. This point is a very subtle point. A majority of us, we cannot go beyond that. Because our nature, our prakriti, it has made us in such a way that we only think, we only see, we only smell, we only touch, we only taste. These are the 5 things we can understand. Beyond that, we know that is ghost. It is not ghost. That is the consciousness. That is what they are speaking. And we were studying, then the father and the son, they were having the wonderful discussion. And the father, he said that we are, though apparently separate, but we are one. We are equal. Some people, they say that Jesus is the begotten Son of God, only begotten Son of God. They see that godly, divine qualities are there in this person. They have not seen God. They didn't meet God. But the conception that it will be wonderful, loving, caring, always forgiving, These are the ideas. It must be the God. When we see those qualities in a person, we say this is the God. But friends, again, those who are the student of Vedanta, quality means limitation. Today I am good, I may be bad tomorrow. Anytime, anything. If it is a light, there is a darkness. If it is a white, means black is there. Good, bad is there. It goes synonyms and antonyms, it goes side by side. It is almost the same upwards and reverse of the same coin. So that is the reason we have to go beyond any qualities. Those qualities are excellent. Swami Vivekananda, I gave a talk, I think in London this time. So I gave a talk, come, become human. And then the next day, come, this time you have to become God. Now, become a man means, human means wonderful qualities. And when those qualities you imbibe, you become God yourself. Devata hoite hoive. But the God has different qualities, wonderful qualities, but limitation. What is the limitation? After some time, again that God will go away. Again you have to come back. That is the problem. So the human being, they were searching for something permanent, which will never change. And that search is called tapasya, and that is the way they reach to that. Kaschit dhira pratyag atmanam aikshat. Kaschit, few, dhira, a self-controlled people, atmanam aikshat, to see the ultimate of everything, what they did, abritta chakshu, they closed their eyes. That means they started meditation. And when we see all these things. And when we see, immediately I can identify this is a tree, and on the branch of a tree there is a bird, and below the tree there is an animal, and all I can identify, separate. And when I identify, separate that means there are many. If it is many, there's a collision, and there will be some ends. Maybe the animal will hurt the bird, or eat that tree, break that tree. Some collision will be there. So no, it cannot be. It must be something one from which everything has come. So no, this is not. They went on negation. No iti. In Sanskrit they say neti, not this. They went on. Then ultimately they reached to a place where they only just stopped. They could not talk. Because the moment you talk, express, then the duality is there. There's a story in the Upanishad. The two brothers, after completion of the study in the Guru Griha, they came back. Then when he asked, the senior son, the father asked, what have you learned from the Guru? He was going on quoting from the different scripture that this is Brahman, this is Brahman, this is Brahman. But the junior one, when he asked, he simply quietly stood over there. The father said he has understood it. The moment you realize that Supreme Brahman, there will be no word or expression to say about that, speak about that. And then how we will understand that? Indication. Through the indication, they are teaching. Now, someone has realized it. But after the realization, they like to teach others. But when they're trying to teach others, the problem is they cannot give any explanation. And again we found in the different Upanishads, particularly in the Chandogya Upanishad that we are studying, that boy, he is telling the Why can't you tell me directly what is Brahman? But that is not possible. So he is going on giving the indication. We found over here, Om iti Brahma. First they say A, U, Ma. These are the three words that travel from the navel and then through the throat comes out. A, U and Ma. So that is the Brahman. That sign called Om. So obviously the Hindu, they believe Om is Brahman. But the moment we point out that is Brahman, it becomes limited. No, it cannot be. Om is the indication from where we can say it is Brahman. It is an indication only. But you cannot say that this is Brahman. And then another boy came and asked, said, tell me what is Brahman? I am eager to know. So, okay, I am busy. You come after 15 days. But one thing, from today up to 15 days, you should not eat anything. You should not drink anything. And then after 15 days without any food or drink, then you come. After 15 days without food, without water, he forgot what was the question. Then he asked other disciples, go and bring him. And he wanted to know something, and today is the 15th day. What is that question? Oh, sir, I'm sorry, I have forgotten. I can't remember. I'm so hungry. Then the teacher said, Annam iti Brahman. For you, food is the Brahman. Essential thing. So what is Brahman? Something essential. So where from there they are starting, Annam iti Brahman. Not that the food is the Brahman. Food actually is an essential thing for us. And then food, how the food is created? It's the water. If there is no water, you cannot do any cultivation. So the water is higher than the food. And the water, how it is possible? Then the Agni, then the Vayu, the different tattvas, subtle and subtle and subtle, they went. So that is the way every time we have found that trying our mind to take to the subtlest condition, where you only feel but you cannot express. Only feeling is there, but you cannot express. You know that pediatrics, the very difficult for them, the children cannot express what is the problem. If they're having problem in the leg, they will be crying. Having problem in the heart, they will be crying. Any problem at the back, they will be crying. Now that he has to understand, just from the crying, why he is crying. It's like that subtle. A senior person can always say, I'm having this thing, I'm having that thing. It becomes easy. So you can point out, this is the problem, actually I can. But when a baby is going, it can't speak. The expression is only crying. I'm in trouble. But doctor has to understand that. The very subtle thing. And mostly lot of patience and lot of experience, then only you can understand. And now, a baby don't like to go to unknown person's hand. The doctor wants to touch, baby is afraid. Started crying. Again you have to understand. So this is the way we are solving problem that is subtle, which cannot be expressed. Now here, the moment we say God, it becomes so easy for us. So we can understand God. And who is God? Some quality. Merciful, He's all-powerful, He's omnipotent, omniscient, He is all-pervading. We can imagine, yes, like the sky everywhere. Like the powerful wind, like the powerful fire, God is like that. And if you read all these Greek mythologies, the gods are all powerful and going and fighting, giving punishment, this, that. So a type of conception comes, the God must be like this. The Hindu mythology, same type of, the God is more powerful, God is doing this, God is doing that. then ultimately, if God is powerful, then a king who is very powerful, is he the God? A time came when people started telling kings are the God. And the kings also started propagating, I am a God. I am actually the God. God has selected me. So the ordinary people, they started accepting that. So we need a lot of education to understand what really God is. We go to the temple, we go to the synagogue, churches, mosque to pray to God, but we don't have any conception what is God. That is the problem. We don't know where actually we are going. Just out of practice we are going, and out of social the pressure we are going. In the society, you must have to go to that holy place at least once in a day. Otherwise, you will be discarded from our society. So they go only for that, out of fear. But they do not know. Then someone will be there in the pulpit and say, kneel down and kneel down. Then look up and look up. Turn right, turn left, and okay, get up, go. Go. Now, this is the whole thing of the religion. And that is the reason we are not developing in religion. Being and becoming, that is the religion. If Jesus could realize God, I can also realize God. And what was that realization of the Jesus? I and my Father in heaven are one. I and my Father in heaven. That means Heavenly Father and me, there is no difference. That is exactly what the Vedanta also says, long back. Tat tvamasi svetu ketu. Now we have, when we are going through the pages of the Chandogya Upanishad, in so many different ways the father was teaching this boy. In the beginning he was not at all eager to learn anything. Then the father told, see, now it is 8 years you have to go to school. Usually at 6 o'clock we go to the school. And you are not coming to me. Okay, no problem. You go to some other teacher. But he is very eager to play and don't like to. 8 years then the father told, now the time has come. In our family there is not a single person who is illiterate. But I am sorry that you are going to be that. Then it is an insult, he understood. He went and he studied and he came back. And when he came back, he showed that I have learned everything. I know, ask me whatever you like to. Then the father understood that he has not learned anything. The spiritual, particularly spiritual life, it is humbleness. Why? So vast. And I know only little, this much. But I am grateful that I could understand that. That become humble. Vidya dadati binayam. In Sanskrit they say, vidya means knowledge. Dadati gives. Binayam, humbleness. But if the vidya gives all this, I know, that means he doesn't know. In science it may be, mathematics it may be, English it may be, and then external knowledge, okay, it may be. But in spiritual knowledge, they become very humble. They will never say that I am telling. Brahmo vido vadanti. The previous teachers, they used to say, I have heard from them, so I am telling you. They will never ever tell their names even, because they know it is not necessary. And now, with the help of the AI, we are publishing books, giving my own name. AI will be confused. What is it? I am writing and you are taking your own credit. So that is the way people, that means the human quality is lost. Truthfulness is the first quality. No, I have not done. I am not going to claim anything. I made a mistake, and I am going to take the blame. I am not going to complain. That is the first quality. So to understand this Brahman, who is the adhikari, that is the question. Adhikari means, as a student, proper quality, qualified person. When a person going to join the armed force, and sir, I can do this, I know the mathematics, I know. No, it is not necessary. In the armed force, strong body, Do you know how to jump? Do you know how to run? How do you know how to lift? And when there's all around, tremendous sound, people are dying, can you keep your brain cool and do your duty? That is other qualities. Those who can, admit it. But those who are going for the medical science, different type of quality. Those who are going for another subject, different quality. When you come for spirituality, what is the first quality? Humbleness. No ego. I am humble. I do not know anything. That is the first thing. I must be doing all the time very humble way. Ego crashing, ego crashing, ego crashing. If the ego is not crashed, then you cannot leave. There's one of our, he is also here in America, the Swami. He was a mathematician in a college he used to teach. Then he joined. The first day, the senior Swamiji asked him to sweep the floor. Then he said, hey, what is it? I'm a mathematician, I'm a professor. Why they're asking me to do this menial job? They can ask me to go and teach in the classes we have the college. But no, you have to first sweep. So then it's okay. Then so now you have to wipe that. And it is not like America, no machine. Physically you have to sit down and wipe like this. Then after 1 or 2 days, he said, no, this is enough. These people can't understand my quality, so I will leave. And at that time, he remembered a story that he heard from his senior Swami. He used to visit in Benares. He was in Benares, there he heard. That Swami told him a story of another Swami, not of the Ramakrishna mission, outside. He used to get food begging. But only begging, no, I should also do something. What he used to do, there was a Shiva temple, just a Shiva temple inside the jungle. People used to come to the Shiva temple. He decided, I will clean that path. When the devotees are coming, they should not, because most of the time the Hindus, they go to the holy places barefoot. So obviously, they should not have any trouble. There should not be anything when they are coming this way. So they used to come and get down from the boat, and then they used to go up to that hill and the Shiva temple. Whole path he used to clean. No one asked him to do that. He was not supposed to do that, but he did. Why? People are coming to my God. He was a Shiva Bhakta. He was a devotee of Shiva. So they are coming to my God. They should not be hurt anyway. And when they go back, they should be happy. This is called the quality of a spiritual life. So when you are developing the spiritual life, is really far different than the worldly life. The worldly life, you have to show your might. Otherwise, you are unsuccessful. If you go to your boss and say, I may try, I do not know, if God give the grace, then the boss will say, oh, okay, you go away. You have to go and say, I can do it, and I only can do it, like that. Then it is okay. But in the spiritual life, exactly opposite. I do not, that's why they do not say the qualities and the father's name and the family and the qualification, humbleness. You have to be very humble. Otherwise he cannot. Here, this boy, he was not humble at all. This Shvetu, afterwards he became a great professor, great teacher. But in the beginning, he was not. When his father slowly teaching him, when he went to another teacher, he came back. His father asked, have you asked this question to your teacher? Do you know about this? He said, no. Perhaps my teacher never knew, so he is not. You are not supposed to say that. You didn't ask. But that is the way slowly, the son decided to learn it from the father itself. The first step, understanding my father is much better than many other teachers. What happened when you go to our own people? Oh, they don't know much. Even the rich man's son do not consider the person worthy. But maybe he is a very successful person and thousands of people working under him. But the son thinks, oh, father doesn't know much. He will go to somebody else for the apprenticeship. So this way always it goes. Here also we find, and he went and learned and then decided. How the father was teaching him? Slowly, 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 one after another. First the food, then the water, then the fire, then the air. Most gross to the subtle. Food, I can understand. Water, of course, I can understand. But air is necessary, oxygen is necessary. Otherwise the plant won't survive. You just keep the plant inside the room and without any air, it will dry. You give the water, you give the other things, but manure, no, it won't survive. Because air is also necessary, oxygen is necessary. So this is the subtle thing. Knowledge is just like that. From the first is the gross thing. This world has been created by the Supreme Being, and this world is having so many varieties. But still that person is one. From one came many. So like this we understand. Many other things. Then it is a quiet thing. From that chaos came. Chaotic, so many varieties. And from the chaotic condition you have to go back to the one. That is the main thing. Did you notice in the Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita, the highest knowledge was given standing in the warfare. Just before the war broke out, then the Krishna, he told the highest knowledge. The chaos is going on. All people are ready to kill each other, cut the throat of each other. And that is the condition, Krishna said, that all this you see, so many varieties, but this is not real. The real is the one. From one, everything has come. So naturally, question is, if everything has come, then why they are enemies? They should be the same. But no. In between, another thing came. That is their own ego. And that because of the own ego, they were working according to their own condition, and slowly, slowly they developed their own karma phala. So Hinduism, this time I was giving a talk on Hinduism, the 20 minutes talk on Hinduism. And Hinduism developed almost 10,000 years, and you have to give within 10 minutes the capsule. So that we had, but that way, Hinduism, it says that it's the karma phala. And the karma phala again rebirth. So these are the things that we can understand nowadays. But it came from the one. I am going back to the source. Everything came from the one. So the Krishna said, Partha, Arjuna, you see all this being? Actually they are, from me it has come. It's God that has created. You need not to bother about it. All that you see is all drama. I have asked this person to go against you, that person to support you, all my drama. The Arjuna was confused. How this can be? Is it possible? You are just my age. Then in the 11th chapter, you know, Krishna had to show him that he is not ordinary. So that Krishna showed that it is true. Everything is coming out of him and again going back, and the description is so tremendous, terrible description. He is chewing each and every one. All the great heroes, they're all sticking in his big, the teeth. That's terrible. Tremendous, powerful hero like Arjuna was also shaken, and he sat down and said, now Lord, please come down and show me your benign face. So this is the way we get an idea, the creation, sustenance, and the dissolution. It is of all one thing. So if you go according to the duality, this is okay. Non-duality, actually nothing happened. They will say, there is another thing, Actually, nothing happens. It's all your imagination. In the sleep, you imagine so many things. But when you get up, does it really happen? Nothing happens. You imagine that you are the king of this country. But that's all. When you get up, you say, no, you don't have the job. You are a homeless person lying by the side of the road. But you are thinking that I am the king. There is nothing wrong thinking in that way, but that is not the reality. The same way we think, I am so and so. It's a wrong thing. It's a dream that you are dreaming. And the effect will be suffering. So what is our goal? Enjoyment, happiness. And happiness, if happiness is the goal, where I can get the happiness? By seeing the one. And how to understand the one? Now you have to go back to the source. From one, everything is coming. And how it is? Reflection. It is not actually real, it is all reflection. So it says in this way, Sarva praja sad ayatana sat pratishta. He says to his son, the original is known as Sat. Sat means eternal. It never changes. Now again, we have to understand, we observe the changes in our life. When you go and stand before the mirror, oh, I was a strong man. Now look at me, I am getting old. So slowly, in the morning it was paining. So regular, your body was so strong, but now it is going down. We can see that. We can see our own face, yes, changing. But who sees the change? I see the change. Whose change? My body, my mind change. I see who is this I then? Because something must be static. Then only you can understand the change. I see my change. I can understand this my associated with the body and mind and connected with the society. It is okay. But what about the I? Who is this I? And when we can understand this I, then everything is solved. So the Vedantas say, you need not to believe in God. It's not necessary. If you don't think God is there, no problem. But you have to understand that it is you who is creating the world. And what is this you? Just me. Maybe I am 50 years old, 50 years before who I was. And maybe I will live another 50 years. After 100 years, where you will be. 50 years before this body was not there, you were not there. And after 100 years it will be not there. Then what? So this, when we discuss, then it becomes, oh, that is true. So we have to understand this. The changes are there. I observe the change, but who am I? The moment I can identify I am a realized soul. But what happened in between? I get associated with this body. I means this body. I means this mind. And I means not only this body, my family. I means not only my family, the society. And then in society, I belong to this society. And then I must fight for this society. So many things start. And so many complications comes because of the wrong conception. And that's why the true sannyasi is completely free from all these associations. The true sannyasi says, all belong to me. The Ingersoll, he was a German philosopher. He met Swami Vivekananda. And he said, Swami, I don't understand your philosophy, but I understand I have to enjoy this world. And I know how to take out the last drop of the juice from the lemon. Swamiji said, that is okay. But suppose you look at the all people and then sum total of the happiness of all these people, if you think this is your happiness, how big it will be. You are thinking only your happiness, that's only little. But anywhere, anyone having the joy, this becomes your joy. So expand and then enjoy. Anyone, anywhere successful, it belongs to me. Rabindranath also, much afterwards, Rabindranath the Tagore, he wrote in this effect, anyone, anywhere becoming successful, it is my success. Anyone, anywhere meditating, I get the benefit of that meditation, like that. So naturally, we have to go back to the one. And sarva praja, all this being, all this creation, sad ayatana, sat pratishtha. That this eternal is the root of the eternal is the abode, and eternal is their support. So, coming from that eternal, but when you see it is different, so you have to suffer. When you see this is one, you enjoy. We can say that, but it is so difficult to practice. When Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he started worshipping goddess Kali. The Kali is different, he is different. It is goddess and the worshipper. And he was very thorough, pronouncing the mantras and then offering the flower and other things. It was going on. Then a time came, he felt that image and he were not different. And not only that, one day he saw all the flowers that he was using, all the utensils that he was using, and the room that he was, the temple, the outside, the cat that was roaming over there, and another lady of not good reputation. Each and every was nothing but the same consciousness. And that is called the consciousness of the one. The moment that knowledge comes, whom to criticize and whom to punish, you cannot do that. So that becomes equal and one. The Sattika, the ultimate knowledge, when you reach over there, you cannot function at all because you don't see any difference. So friends, it is very difficult though. There's the first president of the Ramakrishna order, the Swami Brahmananda. His picture is there, below Sri Ramakrishna. Swami Brahmananda ji was the president. The new young boys, they are joining as the novices, the new recruits in the monastic life. But they never knew what is the discipline. They were behaving in this way, that way. The manager of that is also the direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Premananda ji. He used to directly handle these young recruits and he became angry with them. Then he came to that president who was sitting on a chair. He said, Raja, his name was that, you have to scold these boys because they have come to become sannyasi but not getting up early morning, not disciplined in that way. How they will become good sannyasi? So becoming sannyasi, there is a thought that I should become a holy person. But now there are so many notions are already there, imprinted. So I was born in a family, I was raised in a society, all those impressions are there. Now you have to understand that and eradicate that, it takes time. So it needs the training. The Ramakrishna Mission sannyasis, that way, as because they get the training, they are, but most of them, they go, take the oath, that's all, no training. And there are many mistakes in their lives comes. Training is necessary for everything. So when he said that you must scold these boys, then this Raja Maharaj turned to see those brahmacharyans and said, Premananda ji, where are those boys? Why? They're standing before you. But I don't see them, I see only Thakur, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. All of them are nothing but Sri Ramakrishna. How can I scold my own Thakur? So oneness. So practical way also, when we realize that oneness, we see that oneness, and that is the reason a sannyasi cannot become a businessman or a politician or a social leader. No. Because for him or her, none, for him or her, everyone is equal. We cannot differentiate. So this is the reason, the oneness. And this oneness comes, next he says, Sa a esha anima. Now this Brahman is anima. Anima means tiny, very, very tiny. So you cannot even imagine that. It is there, but you cannot see that. Very tiny. Now when you are traveling in a plane, somebody at the back sneezes, and the poor person, he was not ready, the sneeze will come. He couldn't cover his face, and then sprayed it all over. And in the naturally, in the aircraft, even if you are sitting in the first class, that will come. So and then you are affected. But that is the way it goes and affects. But do we know, can you see that germ is coming? No. It's so subtle. But it came and then affected. And then when you also start sneezing and coughing, then you turn and blame that man. Hey, you are the beginner. So like that it may be, from the effect only. When we see this world, we say, oh, it has come from something. What is that something? Very tiny thing is so subtle that people cannot understand that. But it is there. Perhaps I told you that story. When the student, he came and he was pestering the teacher, show me where from this creation came. Then he said, okay, bring that fig. There was a fig tree, a lot of figs were there. So he brought one fig. Break that one. He broke it. There were so many tiny little seeds were there inside. I take out a seed. It's so difficult to take a seed out because so small. He took out the seed. Then he said, break the seed. I broke it somehow. And what is there? He said, nothing. Well, no. There is something. Otherwise, how from that seed this tree is germinating? Though you cannot see it, you cannot touch it, but it is there. That means when the universe has come, though we cannot see it, but something must be there. And from there it has come. So this sa a esha anima. Anima means tiny, very, very tiny, little one. Vai tadatmanam idam sarvam. From that, I give the example of the aeroplane because there I got this. But anyway, so this tiny little one, it is there, and from there everything has come. That being which is subtle, the essence and is the cause of everything. Though it is very tiny, but this is the cause of everything. Tat satyam. Now, these are the 3 steps. We will conclude over here, but we must hear this very carefully. Tat, that, satyam. What is satya? Eternal. When we say satya, it's truth. A truth means untruth and truth. We can understand. If you go to the law of court, and then truth and truth, it goes on. The police people will come and truth and truth. But when it says satya in the Sanskrit and in the spiritual way, then that means it is eternal. Tat satyam. Tat, it is not say he or she. The Hindus are having so many gods and goddesses. But when the ultimate it goes, they say tat. That it is not male, it is not female, it is the consciousness. Tat satyam, that is the truth. And thou saw Atma, and that is that Atman. And what is that Atman? Atman means consciousness. It is the Satya, it is the truth, it is eternal, and it is the consciousness. Now, if consciousness is not there, then we don't understand anything. It is a dead body. We now understand, the children don't understand, but we, the grown-ups, we know consciousness is the main thing. Whether there is a hand or not, a leg or not, but consciousness is necessary. If the consciousness is not there, then everything has gone. So consciousness is the first thing. And what is that consciousness? Tat, that one. Tat Satyam, that is the truth, eternal. Sa Atma, and that is the consciousness. And Tat Tvamasi, you are that. And this is called Mahavakya. In the Chandogya Upanishad, that Rishi, Aruni, he is teaching his son Shetuketu. There are 4 Mahavakyas. In the Chandogya Upanishad it says, Tat Tvam Asi, thou art that. Most of the places, most of the time, in the name of religion, they will say, you are a sinner. You cannot come to a holy place. You cannot touch me. You should be away from me. And you cannot see God. It is impossible. Only I can see God. Well, if you have any appeal, give me that appeal. I will communicate that to God. You cannot go anywhere. All the time they try to see like that. Even in the ancient time also, there was Purohita. They will be always in the front. And they will be talking with the God. And they will be showing these, that, so many things they do. But why? I and my God are one. The God is with me. I have to talk to my God. Why I have to hire you then? I don't need a pastor. I don't need a pujari. I don't need a mullah. I don't need anyone. What I need, my faith. There is God. So I talk to my God. That's all. So this is the greatest thing, Tat Tvamasi. You are sinner, you are sinner, you are sinner, hundreds of years. The whole Europe, they were so advanced in technology. But in spiritual life, no. They were afraid all the time. They'll be going to the churches, and whatever the wrong that they have done, they will disclose it secretly to someone. Why? Why have to tell you? No, I am not going to tell. If I have to tell, I will tell my father. I'm sorry. I did a mistake. The other day, I had a fight with that person. I bait him nicely, but anyway, I'm sorry. Next time I won't do. But why should I have to go to you to tell that? And who are you then? That gives the tremendous happiness and liberty. That's why Swami Vivekananda, a Vedantin, and coming over here, he said, it is a sin to call a man sinner. No one is sinner. We make mistakes. But why we should be sinner? It is a sin to call a man sinner. One, he whispered, Swami, had you been here in this country 50 years before, they would have killed you for this statement. You can say that. But anyway, modernity came, people could understand, and that's why the Swamiji came and he declared that. He took technology, he said, give us technology, give us monetary support to develop our own country. In exchange, I will give you Vedanta. Not that I am begging, I am exchanging. I will give you the life, the Amrit, that ambrosia that I will give you. And in exchange, I need some technology. Now we are backward by that way. So this is Tat Tvam Asi. You are that, O Setuketu. And this Mahavakya breaks the whole chain Though I cannot do anything, I cannot go to God, I have some. No, no, no. You are having everything. Only what you need is faith. There is my Father. And I can go to my Father. I can pray to my Father. I can say that I am sorry, or I can say that I am successful. Anything, everything, a direct connection should be there. This gives the liberty in choosing your spiritual path. Complete liberty. There is no sectarianship. Oh, this is the only thing you should have to follow. No, why should I? No sectarianism. But still people, they will develop. One person will be there, then the cult they develop. And some people will come, they will go on fanning. Oh, he's a great man. Look how he is walking. That is the way the God works. Look how he is looking. Look how he is blessing you. And then you become, slowly, slowly, when you go on listening, maybe it is so. No. So Vedanta needs strong mind. Ashishta, Dharishta, Balishta. You have to be very strong. Now, I am not going to have blessings from others because I know my purity is within me. If I do some mistake, I will rectify that myself. I am not egoistic, but self-confident. So what is necessary? Self-confidence. What is necessary? Clear idea about God. As I was telling, we go to temple, we go to this, we go to that, but we do not know what is God. So my grandparents used to go, now parents used to go, now I am going, my children should also go, but for what? That we don't know. And that is the reason we are not growing in spirituality. We went to the temples, a nice place, and all other people will also appreciate, oh, you went to temple, that's good, you are a nice person. And if you go to a restaurant, they will frown, oh, you went to that restaurant, that's not good. But if you go to a temple, that's a good. So for that also we come to some social status. That is also not necessary. What is spirituality? Know thyself, tattvamasi. Thank you. Today we'll conclude over here. Is there any question? Is there?
I have a question.
Afterwards. We'll have a lot of time to discuss.
Devashish is asking, as mentioned in the Shastra, there are 3 types of sorrows, out of which Adi Bhautik bothers us, mainly in our day-to-day life. How to overcome this sorrow?
This is a good question. There are 3 sources of trouble. The one is from the nature, another is from the being all around us, and another is myself, our body and mind. So he is asking, no, that Devash is asking that Adi Bhauta, Adi Daiva, Adi Bhauta, and Adhyatmik. Adi Bhauta means being around, they are traveling. That is true. The bullying, that is always there. If you go to the school, there will be one always. In every school, in every society, wherever you go, there will be 1 or 2 boys and girls, they will be bullying over others. Even you go to the jail, there are also some bullies are there. Even though in the jail they are all strong people, but even then, everywhere you will find that. In the family also, there will be some people, they get joy making other people little by that way, insulting. Now, here the advice will be, as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and Ma Sharada Devi said, in Bengali I am quoting, Jar Shange Jamon, Tar Shange Tamon. When you are dealing with a person, you have to deal accordingly. Jekhane Jamon, Shekhane Tamon. When you are in a place, you have to behave accordingly. যেখানে যেমন সেখানে তেমন যার সঙ্গে যেমন তার সঙ্গে তেমন যখন যেমন তখন তেমন. And at the time also, suppose that the time has changed, so you have to. Now in Chicago, you have to wear the trousers and then you have to go out and with the shoe. Now the barefoot, as we always in the South India we go, what will happen? Now we are a sannyasi, we cannot wear the shoe, we'll go barefoot. Then after few walks, then you have to be shifted to the hospital, another problem. Jokhon jamon tokhon temon. When the situation is that, you have to behave like that. It is not necessary. I wonder, some of the priests from the south, they have come. In south, it is very warm place, all through. They always say hot, hotter, hottest. That is the three the conditions is there. So obviously, they have bare body. But when they come to America to serve over here some temple, bare body. That is not the condition. This is uncouth. This is not the civilized way. And bare body and that same thing they are doing. Why? Is the covering the body with a shirt or a chadar, does it the God will not be happy with you? We have to understand that. Jokhon jamon tokhon temon. When that situation it is so hot, we cannot wear even a shirt, that's okay, bare body. But here it is so cold, and your heating will be in 100, and you will bare body. So that is useless. You have to understand that. That is the answer. Thank you.
Arpita is asking how to communicate with Thakur spiritually. Is japa the only way?
Prayer. Japa, of course. Japa, that makes you connected. But if you are talking with Thakur, so it is connected to the spiritually. Anything that is happening, we talk to our own people. I have seen the ladies, even before cooking, they will be calling the India, the mother is there, for the recipe. So it's okay, but can't you talk to Mother, Ma Shardamani Devi, not for the recipe, but for the spiritual thing? That way, if you are talking with the mother all the time, Mother, I sent my children to school and he was not ready to go to school. Please see that things are all right. This is happening this way, this is happening that way. Whatever, if you go on talking and reporting to Mother, you are connected with divinity. And that is the easiest way. And in a Philokalia, there is a wonderful book, and the old Russian Christian saints, they expresses their experiences. That is called Philokalia, that book contained. There it is one story is there. Practice in the presence of God. Practice in the presence of God. How you will practice? Talk to God constantly. And feel the God is with you. Get up and say, Mother, today morning I got up and I'm getting ready, be with me. And then going out, be with me. Then I'm doing this, be with me. Constantly, you are mentally connected with a divine Mother. And you will feel that that Mother is always with you. When you are sitting over there and meditating, what you are doing? Connecting with God. But when you are driving, when you are walking, and when you are shopping, if you connect, that is also same thing. Yes.
So that mentally talking is
sufficient.
sufficient.
Mentally talking.
Talking to God is sufficient.
Yeah, of course. But if you are really talking outside, then they will call.
Just pretend it's your Bluetooth.
And never ever do that mistake. The people won't understand, and immediately, and our doctors are very good in that way. So mentally, I'm going on talking with my Mother. This is happening, that is happening. When particularly, I experienced it when I go to my dentist. That is dangerous. When they ask you to open your mouth and so whatever they are doing. So I don't understand. I call Mother. Mother, see that I am not in pain. Whatever they do, they should do. Sometimes by mistake, pain is in the upper jaw, they will plug the lower jaw teeth by mistake. Then the mistake cannot be fulfilled. So again, that is the way you have to constantly, wherever you are, just mentally be connected with Mother. My experience, and you will also feel, there's a very good, wonderful solace you will get. You will feel that somebody is always with you. Thank you. Any other question? Anyone else you wanted to ask? No. Okay. So let us say Shanti 3 times and we conclude. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om. Tat Sat.